Brilliant from Forest, and we like to say friend of talkSPORT. talkSPORT, Sean Dyche. It's what happens. You don't talkSPORT and you go back into management. You do well. We got to doff our cap to Martin O'Neill tonight. Mr. Martin O'Neill. They won tonight.
Yes, they're flying as well.
Yeah. So come on, talkSPORT. Then go and get a job in management.
That's what we do. We put the stepping stone. Get your morale back up.
I'm going to pimp Pards out this week. See if get Pards some.
Apart from Dean Saunders.
Yeah.
He's blacklisted.
Do you fancy Pards at Liverpool? He might.
Let me think about that. No.
Listen, you leave my...
Sorry, Pards.
You leave my Pards alone.
No.
Right, but Dyche, absolutely brilliant, isn't he? He's turned it round at Forest. Let's go straight to Liam, who's a Forest fan. Evening, Liam.
How you doing? You all right?
Did you think you'd be this happy with Sean Dyche this early on?
I think so, because obviously he's got a good track record. And, you know, he's just solid. He's solid, and he gets the best out of the players. So, and already you can see the results that we're getting. So,
yeah, with this appointment, I was scratching my head, not because it's Sean Dyche, it's because you've sacked a manager in Nuno to then replace him with someone more or less exactly the same as Nuno. That sturdy, solid at the back and counter-attacking football, which got you lot with a lot of joy and successful. So, yeah, it was a good appointment, but just a bit of a head-scratcher, sacking Nuno to go and replace him with the same kind of style.
Yeah, that's, you know, but, you know, I think Nuno sort of got himself sacked, really. But, I don't, you know, Ange was always... He was always divided at an appointment. You know, he did all right, Spurs, getting them to win the Europa League, but Premier League, he didn't really do anything, did he? So, and then obviously Dyche just come in and he just steadied his ship. Great result last week against Liverpool. You know,
why do you have to mention that? What's the point?
I had to, Jermaine. You know, I was on here a year ago or so a couple of years ago when we beat Leicester and. We had old Harold and all that stuff when we had a good chat with you and Cundy, but you know we are moving forward up that table and we're going to do good things now. I think. Good.
What's the ambition then, Liam, for the rest of the season?
I think we've got to look at top 10. I reckon top 10, and then you never know. We might even sneak. I think we've got to look at this Europa League. I mean, Malmo were awful tonight. They offered nothing. The fans were more interested, if I'm honest. Even my young one was just watching them more than the game. So,
you mentioned that, right? Is there a world in which you go and win that competition?
I think we can. You know, you look at the teams in it. That we've got to fancy our chances in this competition.
I think your starting 11, your best team. I think can play anyone in that competition and win.
Of course, yeah. And you look tonight, we made I think it was 6 or 7 changes from Saturday, and we were much, much, much better than them with our second team. We've got a squad, I think, that we can do things in this competition.
Absolutely, and I think that's probably. Do you think that's where your energy should go into, or do you think it's got to be getting the league stable?
I think we've got to, we've got to try and push for the results in the Prem to, just get us to, a comfortable position, and then we can look at this Europa League, because we've got 3 games left in this now, and hopefully, if we could sneak in that top 8, that would be an absolute bonus.
Yeah, you're only 3 points off the 2 points off the top 8. So if you can have a strong finish to this group stage, and I think that really bodes well, Dwayne.
Yeah, absolutely.
The remaining games we've got, I think we could get 9 points, and that pushes in there, and steads as well for the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Premier League teams in this competition
should be looking to win.
You would look at least getting to the semi-final.
Yeah, I'd be looking at say Villa going. That's the hardest team in there. I'd be looking.
Yeah.
If I was Villa, I'm looking at Forest going. That's one of the hardest opponents there.
Yeah.
Let's move our attention back to the Conference League then. I think Simon Jordan's going to tell us some of the names of the teams that are in the table at the moment. I think we'll go through some of those. Who's number 8 in the table of the conference at the moment?
The Passonier, just outside Montreuil.
Oh, yeah. And
10th? 9th?
The Passonier, just outside Montreuil.
7th? Must be pushed up the league now.
The Passonier, just outside Montreuil.
Brilliant. Let's go to Mal, who's a Rangers fan first before we start talking more Palace. Because another bad night in Europe for Rangers. Mal, how are we?
Feeling very, very blue, to be honest with you. But
we'll try and cheer you up a bit, mate, because it can. You know, when things are bad, the good thing is it can only get better. But how does it get better, mate?
Who's that? D-Ream? Things can only get better. You can't even play your violin to that. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, can we also congratulate James Tavernier for equaling Ali McCoy's? I'm sure he'll be loving this. Ali McCoy's, he's actually, well done. He's equalised the record. So
was that his 21st European goal?
That's right. They're both equal now in 21. So well done. Listen, at the end of the day, I know we inherited, championship material. We inherited the Premiership material, and I was right. Out before Halloween and out before Christmas. Well, there's a lot more players that need to go out before Christmas, because it's going to be a blue, blue, blue Christmas, and it's not nice at all, guys. I know you suffered quite a bit through Spurs, but it's who we are, mate. It's who we are, mate, But at the end of the day, absolutely diabolical, and a few players just need to wake up and smell the cheese, because it's just not working, and I'm absolutely embarrassed. I mean, I've got to go and try and find £600 for enthusiasm for next year's season. And right now, a lot of people will be saying, let's reflect on the league. But we're better than that in Europe, and it's an absolute embarrassment, guys.
Look, you sit in 33rd, 3 places, obviously, from rock bottom. You've got 1 point. Yeah. Is there any hope? Is there any chance of getting to the knockout stages, to the playoffs?
Well, the guy who, number 9, Chermiti, who was brought up from Everton, I mean, he can seriously go back down on a sealed envelope. It's absolutely embarrassing for him, and I don't know why he's still there. He should have left out before Christmas along with the board, because they're the ones that brought him up after trying to buy him and put him in the Everton. I mean, that was just embarrassing. But then again, it's a blue team and another blue team, and it's a feeling still blue. At the end of the day, guys, he needs to go. Number 9 needs to go. It's an absolute embarrassment, and I love the show. I love talkSPORT. You're number 1 in the world, guys. And let me be the first to wish you all a very, very, very Merry Christmas and a great new 2026.
You too.
Well, quickly before you go, because, you've got one of our young players on loan at the moment, Mikey Moore, and I thought going up to Rangers, that would be a good move for him. Obviously, it's bad times for him. Have you seen much of Mikey Moore? Is he getting much game time?
Yeah, I have seen him, and also Gassaman as well. Now, at the end of the day, see, when you play in Europe, you really see the depth and the quality of those individual players. And unfortunately, right now, Mikey Moore needs to still mature a bit more and get a wee bit more beef on him. Yeah. Maybe should be eating some steaks, because I'll tell you right now, he gets bumped off the ball too easily, mate. And it was the same tonight for Gassaman as well. So I get it. See, by the time he's 24, 26, Mikey Moore, you'll be talking about him again. He's going to be right up there, and Spurs have got a great, interest in holding on to him for future years to come, because he has got that potential, more potential than I've ever seen in any Rangers player as we speak right now.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, man. Same to you. Happy Christmas and New Year. First one of the season for me. Let's go to a Celtic fan. If we have Rangers, we have a Celtic fan on. Joe joins us. Evening, Joe.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Look at that, he's upbeat. There's different energy from Joe tonight.
Absolutely.
Happy after that win?
Oh, brilliant, guys. Brilliant. It's so refreshing. I'm a young Celtic fan. This is the first time I've seen Martin O'Neill in the dugout, and it's just so refreshing, just kind of a smile on everyone's faces after what's going on behind closed doors at the club, and just to get an away result in Europe is just absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely, and you currently sitting 21st.
21st with 7 points.
7 points. There's a potential to sneak into the automatic places, but you're in there in the playoff places for sure. Martin O'Neill, right? We know him here at talkSPORT. We love the guy. Brilliant. So good to see him back in the Celtic dugout. What does it mean to you as a Celtic fan?
It's amazing, mate. Like, I was born after he'd left Celtic, and obviously all I hear is the stories from Martin O'Neill. But it's amazing to kind of see it firsthand, just what it actually means to the club, and how just a name like that can just totally push us on. And I don't know. It gives a different feel to the club. Just makes us kind of maybe want to put the games on a wee bit more. Just watching his football, it's brilliant. Obviously, as you're saying, 21st in the table now. I think we can push on. We've got tough games against Roma and Bologna coming up, but no, I think we can push on, and I think we can go far in the competition.
What's the minimum expectation? Is it playoffs? If you don't get the automatic, it's definitely to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, it would be obviously exciting to watch us try and push for that top 8 as it get automatic, but just to get in there, just to see us kind of play some playoff football. So I feel like we were hard done by against Bayern last year in the Champions League, and it shows that we do have character to kind of push on. But no, I'd love to see us kind of play in the playoffs and give it a real go.
Absolutely brilliant. Cool. Thank you very much, Joe.
Yes, Joe.
Up next, we want to hear from Crystal Palace fans. 18th in the Conference League. What's going on there? Even Simon Jordan doesn't know where half these teams are from.